Hi, everybody. Welcome back to season 3 of DCI with the Clicks. And so we are here and we are starting our third season of DCI with our entire family. Can you believe it's been 3 years?
My wallet can.
Yes, that is true. So we are back again. Dawn is back as program coordinator again at the Colts. How long have you been there?
2019.
That's what I thought
Yeah,
too.
so this is year 6 if you don't count the pandemic year, even though we worked through the pandemic year. So, but yeah, the design team, we kept meeting even though we took the summer off. So yeah, this is year 6, and most of the staff, believe it or not, has been around almost that entire time. A lot of the caption heads have, or at least a year after, and 2000. We kind of made a couple changes, but yeah, most of the staff. So that makes a world of difference. One, that we're all really connected because we're all great friends, and 2, just the fact that we are been together for so long. So, it's beneficial for sure.
That is true. And we're going to hear a little bit more about the Colts in a second. Then we have Avery, who is 20. He'll be 21 next week.
Crazy.
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
So his birthday, obviously, after the June 1 cutoff, so he gets a bonus year. So he is back at the Cavaliers this year. And this is his second year at Cavaliers. He started 22 at Carolina Crown, then 23 Cavaliers, 24 playing marimba. And Cavaliers, of course, had a monumental season with percussion last year, winning Sanford and DCI finals. And so that was pretty exciting for him, and I think a moment he'll probably never forget. That'll probably stay with him for his entire lifetime, and a really cool moment for our family that night as well. So he is back for year 3. He'll be a senior in college in August. So lots of big things for Avery this summer. And then we have Piper, who is 19, and she is back for season 3 at the Blue Devils. They will probably have to carry her off the field, I think, at the end when her time is done. But she has this year, and then she has 2 more seasons with them. So should she make it to the end, which she intends to, she will be a 5-year vet at the Blue Devils.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So she's back for color guard, obviously. And then I'm back as a volunteer, again, leading the sewing crew at the Blue Devils. So I'm in charge of the core uniforms this year. So I'll be, or have already been, sizing kids and working with Kelly and some others behind the scenes, Pat, and all of the sponsors at Stanberry and Varsity, to get all of the core members' measurements in, and we'll be working with them to make sure that they're fitted and that they are ready to go by the Laramie Community Performance kind of mid-end of June. So Dawn already has been to the Colts twice.
3 times, actually, if you count camps.
Yeah.
So I went back in December. Was supposed to go January, and we were snowed out. So then I went back to the April camp after WGI, and then I was up this past weekend. We had our spring training. We started almost 10 days ago now, 9 days ago. So things are going great. Yeah, I couldn't be more happy with how things are going. The members are really going. We've had great weather, a little bit of rain here and there, but have not had heat, which is great. So we got a good chunk of the show on already. They're already playing and moving, and we're starting to fill in a lot of things. So yeah, it's exciting. It's good. It's gonna be a good year. I mean, you always hope it's gonna be a good year, right? You never really plan, hey, let's make a crappy show this year. You always hope to do well. So I feel good about it. Like I said, I feel great about the staff, the teaching staff, the design team, everybody, the admin staff, the volunteers. Everybody's just, it's just a great organization. I'm really, really enjoying being there. Like the people I work with, like the people that are leading the whole organization. It's just great. Jeff and Vicky are fantastic. The whole board is on board with what we're doing, and I'm very, very, very pleased with how things are going.
Yeah, we got to have a little sneak peek at oh gosh, where were we when we pulled some kids in? They got to try on the Colts uniforms, the prototypes for the first time.
Yeah, we did that at WGI.
WGI, that's right. Where were we?
Yeah, we do different. We get samples, of course, like most courses do, and try on and look and video and tug and pull and take pictures and make slight adjustments and all that. So we're really excited about that. We're doing an all-in this year with creative costuming. They're doing both our core costumes and the color guard costumes, so we're excited about that. And then we've been working lately, just the past couple of months for sure, but definitely full on the past 2 or 3 weeks with Band Today, who's doing all of our flags and all of our prop stuff and things like that. And of course, Jeff Herr and Chris Lewis with those guys out there building our props for us. And then we've got a great little production crew that's painting and sanding and doing all the stuff and all the weird stuff that I ask them to do. So yeah, it's been, like I said, it's been great. We're just firing on all cylinders at this point, and I feel really good about it.
I think it's going to be, costuming wise, I think it's going to be something that I loved it. The kids that you pulled in to put them on, as soon as they put them on, I almost gasped. Like, it's such a cool look for them. So I'm really excited for you all to see what's coming for the Colts. I hear the music. I've heard the music. It seems like since DCI finals was over last year, and it's just a really cool show. So many of you all reached out to me last year and said that the Colts was one of your favorite shows, and just a show that you could really connect with, and that you could put yourself in. You could put your student that was marching, that you could put them in that show, and I think that you're going to find this one is much the same. It's very different. It's different from last year, but I think it's another one where you're going to identify with it and you're going to leave and think, yeah, I really love that Colts show.
Well, I mean, we're ultimately, the drum corps are entertainers, right? That's what we do. There are people paying to sit in the seats to be entertained by what we do. So if we don't have that connection with the audience, then we as a design team have failed. And so I think that's a high priority, is you gotta entertain the people. You entertain the people, and then of course the students have got to have a great time, and they have to understand what it's about and how to do what they do, and then the tech staff and our caption heads have got to go in there and just fine tune everything. So, but yeah, the entertainment factor is so vitally important, I feel, and I think we've got a good one. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think that's something that's been missing from drum corps, that we're starting to see come back. That the corps are you can leave and you can hum a tune.
Melody.
A melody. Yeah. So which is good.
Who'd have thought?
Okay, and so I'm going to Laramie, Wyoming. I'm doing 10 days on, and then I'm coming back. Be in Texas for about another 10 days, and then I'm flying up to Muncie, Indiana. I'm going to catch the Cavaliers. The Colts are also at that show, and then Dawn will join the next day. We have another show with the Colts and the Cavaliers where they, it's kind of a 2-for-1 with me.
The big Midwest tour, we do all those tours up there.
Yes. And then I go back on the road with BD to do a second fit. So after the kids get going and they're really marching a lot, they tone more, and so you find that you need to take some stuff in, and so a lot of the DCI sewing crews will come back in, refit those students again. So I'm going to do the California tour with that, and then end at Drums Along the Rockies, and then the very next week they're in Houston, Colts, Cavaliers, and Blue Devils. So I don't know how we're getting that lucky. We've had it 2 years in a row, but I'll take it. Whoever at DCI is scheduling, however that's working out, appreciate that. If you could keep that up, that'd be great.
So I've got WGI advisory board meetings next weekend, so I'm going to be in Vegas for that, and then I go back with the Corps for a few days, and then back home, and there's that pesky day job, to pay the bills. So I've got to come back home for that, and then back out, I think, for just a couple days right before we hit tour. And then I'll be out the first weekend for a few shows there. And then just in and out, mostly almost every weekend for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So
we looked for a chance to try and take like a little mini vacation, just the two of us over a little span of 4 or 5 days, and there was literally one weekend of the summer that we were both home, and that was even a maybe.
Yeah.
That was a maybe weekend. So looks like we're going to try and find something during the week.
Yeah.
But Dawn is actually, you see Cavaliers more just because they do tend to do that Midwest tour a little more, and I do the West Coast a little bit more, and then we all end up together at the end in Indy. So before we close, what are you most excited about this season?
Seeing the kids perform again. I mean, I love doing that.
Yeah.
Not only our own kids, but the kids in the Corps. It's you can't really call them kids because they're young adults. They're so mature, and but just seeing the performances, I think, are the exciting thing. Of course, our own kids,
Right.
we want to see them, but just seeing all the drum corps, really. I mean, we're fans of the activity, so. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to the most. What about you?
Okay, for me, it would be our kids performing, but then also, this is the first year that I've ever had students that I've trained from the first time that they ever picked up a flag. That I have 2 kids that are actually performing. So, kids that I handed them their flag the very first time.
That's pretty cool.
So, I'm excited to see them perform. I don't count Piper in that. I guess I probably should.
Yeah.
So, but two non-biological children that I've really watched from day one. And then Piper's roommate was a student of yours at Clearbrook, and she's taking the field for the first time this year in a drum corps.
Yeah, that's always a cool thing when you see your students do this. There were actually a few years ago that I had a current or former student marching or teaching every top 12 drum corps. And that was a span of a few years that happened. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
Getting to see, it's like a big family reunion in the random parking lots that we meet up in, and
That's right.
on the tracks, and then the fields and all that good stuff. So
Yeah. So we will take you along for the ride like we always do. If you see us on the lot, please say hello. We're not scary. If you see us in the concession stand line, that's actually where people tend to find us the most. Say hello. And if you see our kids and you happen to catch a photo or a video, we would love to have it. I think people think that we get them all the time, and we do, but we love them. So send it on. But thanks for joining, and we will see you again from Wyoming.